While retail investors chase peak valuations in momentum-driven growth, institutional capital is quietly positioning for a massive shift in capital rotation. This divergence isn't random. It represents a fundamental law of market psychology first observed by legendary investor Fred Kelly. Kelly argued that true market mastery requires understanding human behavior rather than predicting short-term price fluctuations. When the crowd acts in unison, they inevitably drive asset valuations to unsustainable extremes. Understanding this structural pattern is the first step toward building deep asset insulation. Modern market architecture actually amplifies these psychological biases through passive index structures like SPY. When capital flows into cap-weighted funds, it automatically buys more of the most expensive stocks. This creates a self-reinforcing loop where the popular assets become overvalued simply because they are popular. Contrarian investors view this mechanism as a structural vulnerability. Instead of participating in this herd behavior, sophisticated allocators search for relative strength in sectors the crowd has abandoned. This discipline separates institutional-grade strategy from retail speculation. But achieving true asset insulation requires more than just avoiding popular tech stocks. It demands a systematic framework that incorporates uncorrelated defensive assets like GLD and long-term treasuries like TLT. These assets behave differently during periods of sudden risk repricing. When emotional selling takes over, safe haven liquidity shifts rapidly. A properly insulated portfolio anticipates these flows rather than reacting to them in a panic. By establishing positions during periods of low volatility, you secure protection before the crowd realizes they need it. Here's where the valuation metrics become highly revealing. Looking at recent index valuations, QQQ is trading at historically elevated multiples. Retail participation in call options has reached levels typically seen only at cyclical peaks. Meanwhile, corporate insiders have quietly shifted to net sellers. This divergence between retail enthusiasm and corporate insider activity is a classic warning sign. It suggests that while the crowd is pricing in flawless execution, those with the deepest knowledge are de-risking. The risk-reward ratio at these valuation extensions is heavily skewed to the downside. Now look at how broader market margins are reacting to shifting monetary conditions. Although top-line revenues for SPY components remain stable, net interest margins are beginning to contract. Corporate debt refinanced at higher interest rates is slowly eroding profitability. The crowd often overlooks these slow-moving structural changes because they are focused on quarterly earnings headlines. However, institutional analysts track the steady accumulation of these interest costs. When profit margins compress, the premium multiples currently assigned to these companies become highly vulnerable to sudden adjustments. The next signal comes from management's capital allocation strategies across major financial institutions. Large portfolio managers are increasingly holding higher cash levels and moving up the quality curve. In their institutional letters, leading allocators emphasize capital preservation over aggressive growth. They are quietly rotating capital out of high-beta tech and into defensive fixed-income assets like TLT. This defensive shift demonstrates that professional managers are preparing for a period of low growth. They are positioning their portfolios to capture yield while waiting for better equity entry points. Executing a contrarian strategy requires immense emotional discipline. Real portfolio managers know that moving against a booming market can bring short-term underperformance. But they also know that chasing late-stage rallies is the fastest way to destroy long-term capital. This is why institutional leaders focus on structural risk metrics rather than daily price action. They build positions in gold through GLD to hedge against currency debasement and policy uncertainty. When crowd enthusiasm inevitably fades, these uncorrelated assets provide the necessary liquidity to buy distressed equities at a steep discount. Let's put this into a broader macroeconomic perspective. We are currently navigating a highly complex environment marked by persistent fiscal deficits and restrictive monetary policies. This combination keeps yield pressure elevated across the entire curve, impacting TLT. High risk-free rates change the fundamental valuation math for all financial assets. When investors can secure a reliable yield from government debt, the hurdle rate for speculative growth stocks rises significantly. The crowd has yet to fully adjust their valuation models to reflect this higher-for-longer rate reality. This challenging macro backdrop is driving a stark divergence in relative strength across different market sectors. While the broad indexes like SPY look resilient on the surface, underlying participation is exceptionally weak. Only a handful of mega-cap stocks are driving the gains, while the average stock struggles. This lack of market breadth is a classic late-cycle indicator. It suggests that the crowd is highly concentrated in a few crowded trades, leaving the wider market vulnerable. When these few leaders falter, the lack of broad support can lead to rapid price adjustments. This brings us to a critical question regarding systemic risk. The primary danger in today's market is a sudden risk repricing event. If growth expectations for QQQ fail to materialize, the correction will not be orderly. Because so much passive capital is tied up in these crowded trades, a sudden shift can trigger automated selling programs. This can quickly create a downward spiral, trapping late-stage retail buyers. Understanding this risk is essential for protecting your hard-earned capital. It highlights why relying on historical market momentum can be highly dangerous during periods of extreme valuation. Another serious risk lies in the financial system's underlying liquidity channels. During a market downturn, correlation among normally diverse assets can quickly rise to 1. This means that even diversified portfolios holding SPY can experience significant volatility as institutions sell liquid assets to cover losses elsewhere. This is why having truly uncorrelated assets is so vital. If your entire portfolio is tied to equity beta, you do not have real insulation. Recognizing these systemic liquidity limits is what separates institutional risk managers from average retail participants. So, where does this leave us for the multi-year investment horizon? The forward outlook points toward a prolonged period of structural valuation reassessment. As the global economy adjusts to higher capital costs, the high-flying growth multiples of the last decade will likely compress. In this new regime, real assets like GLD are poised to demonstrate significant relative strength. Gold acts as a timeless store of value during periods of structural transformation. Incorporating these hard assets into your long-term plan is no longer just defensive, it is a strategic necessity. At the same time, we must look for long-term opportunities in fixed income markets. As the economic cycle slows down, yields on TLT are likely to peak and then decline, providing capital appreciation potential. This makes long-term treasuries an attractive option for investors looking to secure predictable yields before central banks shift their policies. By locking in these yields now, you position your portfolio to benefit from both income generation and capital preservation. This balanced, forward-looking approach is exactly how institutional managers build long-term resilience. Let's summarize our tactical playbook for this challenging environment. We are placing high multiple growth indices like QQQ on a strict trim consideration. The risk-reward balance here is no longer favorable for disciplined long-term capital. Conversely, we are keeping a close breakout watch on defensive assets like GLD and TLT. These assets show positive structural momentum as institutional smart money continues to build defensive positions. By shifting your focus toward these insulated areas, you can successfully navigate the inevitable market shifts ahead. Navigating these complex psychological cycles requires constant discipline and deep institutional analysis. Here at SR Money News IN, we are committed to bringing you the clear, data-driven insights you need to stay ahead of the crowd. If you value this professional-grade analysis, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments below. How are you positioning your portfolio for the next phase of this macro cycle? Let's build our investment resilience together.